Can I just make one more point before I let someone else ask a question? But you talked about saving the football club, saving the club, saving the club. You can see the Football League's point in that it's a loophole that the previous board had tried to exploit by calling you in and putting the parent company into administration, because clearly the two are, you know better than any of us, completely intertwined.
In any corporate entity, you have a situation where you have a holding company and subsidiary companies. The law is designed to allow that structure to take place. If the rules are going to apply and link companies in that way, then they need to be written in that way. In this instance, they're not. You cannot just lift the corporate veil to suit your own circumstances unless your rules are written in that way.
You think that's what the Football League are trying to do?
I think the Football League have done exactly what you said. They're a members' organisation and they've interpreted the rules to suit the conclusion they wanted to reach.
You're live, mate.
Mark, what was your first reaction when you heard the news?
Well, I was very shocked because I think the Football League's charter itself actually refers to it being a transparent and open and a listening organisation. So as a football club and as a member of that organisation, I think you would have expected them to at least discuss the report that they had received, give you some opportunity to comment on that report, and to take part in some degree of dialogue with them. To give the club 5 minutes notice of an intention to issue a press release, I find, well, we greeted it with some shock.
All the messages that have come from yourself and from the administrators' lawyers have been very confident to say that this wouldn't be the outcome. Is there grounds, or are there grounds for an appeal?
I think what we've been confident about is that the rules cannot be interpreted in the way that they have. And we've always said that the Football League is a members' organisation which could reach its own decision. We remain very confident that the rules are being misinterpreted and that they don't apply, and we are therefore looking at the prospect of an appeal at the moment. And certainly currently that would be the intention. What
do you feel will happen, because the timescales are very limited at the moment in terms of the end of the season? What do you feel the next stage will take?
Well, obviously we will seek counsel and guidance from our lawyers, but I imagine it's going to be representations put forward immediately to the Football League for an appeal. In the meantime, we will continue to conclude the games, or the football club will continue to conclude the games for this season, and as administrators we'll continue trying to achieve a sale of the club. So it's just as important as it was 24 hours ago that Southampton beat Burnley on Saturday and then go to the City Ground and beat Nottingham Forest next week to get maximum points? Absolutely, and I cannot stress that strongly enough. Ultimately, what we're trying to do by encouraging the fans to show, turn out and support their football club is to demonstrate to any prospective buyer the basis of support and love that the fans have for this club. And therefore that there's a prospect of them investing in this club and encouraging those fans to come back on a regular basis. How concerned are you that because of the legal complexities that this particular case surrounds and involves, that it could be quite a drawn-out affair? I think there is a risk that it will be a drawn-out affair. Very interestingly, of course, the assumption has been that as I just said by the statement made earlier, apparently by Mr. Mulwiney on Sky Sports, is that I am the administrator of the football club. Now, if we're successful in selling the football club and the football club continues with fresh investment under a new buyer, then that will be a very interesting circumstance for somebody to unravel, because there's no chance of it ever being any insolvency proceeding at that point, and it can't be any clearer than that. And you alluded to the fact that there are potential buyers, due diligence going underway with one party, with another in the offing as well. Are these local people? Are they people you feel you're confident that could take Southampton forward in the right direction? I can't comment on where they're from, but I can say that yes, we do believe that they are people that could invest in this club and take it forward.
Mark, you're not a football man, I appreciate that, but how would you think this news, and to some extent I appreciate you might be, considering other people's views, but how do you think this news would have been greeted amongst Mark Watter and the playing staff? Devastatingly. They were motivated towards the last two games of this season. I had occasion to speak to Mark Watter this week, and he was in the process and has been in the process fully of motivating the players, and actually felt that they, following the Barnsley result as well in the week, that the players were really up for fighting towards the end of the season. And clearly this news of this nature delivered in this way will have an impact, I suspect. not only an impact, you could say that it could go the other way. It could affect them so much that morale is softened so much that they almost don't give up a fine. And therefore, are we not looking at a decision that has been made that is affecting not only Southampton but other teams at the bottom of the table?
Sorry, I'm missing the...
If Southampton, for example, go into the games thinking, well, you know what, it doesn't really matter what we do because the league has already relegated us, that clearly has a knock-on effect for Norwich, Barnsley, Nottingham Forest.
It does, yes. Yeah, I agree.
So, by this announcement being made now, do you think that the Football League is actually doing the wrong thing, without wanting to put words in your mouth here, Mark, but doing the wrong thing by the interests of the other clubs as well?
I'm here to work on the affairs of Southampton and save Southampton Football Club, so I'm not particularly concerned, if I'm honest, on the impact it has on the other clubs, but I fully understand what you're saying, and there is clearly merit in what you're saying, yes.
The season's only got a couple of weeks, but this has got a bit further to run, hasn't it?
I would expect so, yes.
Okay. Thanks very much, guys. Thanks, Mark.
Good, thank you.
Thanks, Mark.